everybody, Joy Bowen here. I know, I actually have makeup on and real clothes, not yoga pants. It's a miracle. It's a Christmas miracle. Hey, I want to talk to you real quick because I'm about to head out the door for a little holiday party. Should you gamify your health? You know, like, should you create some incentives or prizes around these healthy lifestyle changes? That is the question of the day. I actually had a friend of mine bring this topic up, and it sparked something super important that I used to talk about all the time when it came to working with ministry leaders back in the church. Because you know how, if you've ever been in like children's family ministry, hey guys, hey Deborah, hey, it's Ziki. You know how like sometimes, well, okay, maybe you don't. Let me just paint the picture for you because I'm rambling a little bit. Okay, so in a lot of the churches that I used to work with, there were these Bible bucks. And basically, like, kids would earn these Bible bucks when they memorized scripture, and they could go to the prize cart and get all sorts of cool prizes. And it looked so fun, right? Well, then I read a couple books about motivation, right? And here is the thing about gamifying or incentivizing things that should be intrinsically motivated. So let's paint a scenario for you because it does translate to all areas of our life, including health. Hang with me. I'll try not to get too squirrely on you. But if you've ever raised teenagers or kids, let's say you ask your child to take out the trash, just as a contributing part of the family. They take out the trash, all is well in the world, and bravo, job well done. So that is what we would call a baseline motivation, right? Like they have a basic amount of motivation to get the task done just because they are a contributing member to the family. So let's say the next time you ask little Johnny to take out the trash and you say, I'll pay you $10 if you take out the trash. Well, suddenly their motivation goes up, right? Because it's like, yeah, you're going to give me money. And so they are super excited about taking out the trash, or at least maybe they're tolerating it a little bit more. But now let's say the next time you're like, hey, Johnny, would you please take out the trash for mom? And they're like, well, are you going to pay me for it? And you're like, well, no, not this time. I mean, like, just take out the trash. Well, guess what? Now their motivation goes like all the way down, like below where the baseline motivation was to even begin with. Once you start incentivizing tasks that should be intrinsically motivated, if you take that reward away, then suddenly your motivation to get the job done drops way below what it would have been normally if the prize was never introduced. How does that relate to ministry? Well, or, you know, children's ministry when I was working with church leaders? Well, when you take something that should be intrinsically motivated, like memorizing scripture, and you incentivize it, that puts that motivation up. But then in middle school and high school and adult years, what happens? The prizes go away. You potentially could have your motivation dip back down. Same is true when it comes to our health. So healthy lifestyle, healthy living, exercise, eating right, all that kind of stuff. The moment that you start gamifying it, you know, offering rewards and prizes and all this kind of stuff just for doing what you need to do, well, sure, your motivation goes up a little bit because there's fun involved, but you take all of those prizes away, you remove it from the environment, and then suddenly your motivation dips down like to a lower level than it would have been had those incentives and prizes never been introduced to begin with. Or at least it can happen. So there's a difference between if then and now that incentives. So if then incentives can jack with your motivation level. If you take the trash out and I pay you $10, if you take the trash out, I'll pay you $10, right? That's if then. If you take the trash out, then I will reward you. That can jack with motivation. This is so important as parents, you guys. So like, if you clean your room, I'll pay you $5. Don't do that. If you brush your teeth, I'll pay you $1. Don't do that. But now that rewards don't jack with motivation at all. In fact, they can be super powerful. So let's say your kid gets A on his test, right? Hey, now you aced your test. Like, let's go celebrate. that doesn't jack with motivation. But if you say, hey, I'll pay you for every A that you get in class, and then suddenly they go off to college and it's like, well, mom and dad aren't paying me for A's and B's anymore, motivation goes away. But if you're like, wow, babe, way to go, you aced the test, now let's go celebrate. Well, see, that's kind of a surprise perk little incentive. Like, it doesn't jack with your motivation. Same is true with our health, okay? So like, if you exercise and post your sweaty selfie, we will give you $1 million. Nope, not gonna work, because when all the prizes are taken away, your motivation goes into the toilet. But if you have a rockin' week, let's say you crush your workouts or whatever, and you tell your husband, hey, now that we've been super consistent and have like done so good this week, like, why don't we just go to the movies and enjoy ourselves? Like, that doesn't jack with your motivation. I hope that helps. Because a lot of people feel like they just want someone to motivate them a little extra, and that maybe the prize would do it. The truth of the matter is, you have to approach your health the same way you approach all of those tasks of living, like brushing your teeth, combing your hair, going to the doctor's office, like all those things. That, like, working out and eating right falls right into those categories. You're never going to feel like it, and there's really no prize that's going to make it more fun for you. You know what the best prize is? A healthy, more confident, more faith-filled, and fun-filled you. All right? Love you guys. Make it a great night. Bye.